is called Radar Investigates. So let's get that rolling. All right, on my first radar for tonight, this seems so interesting to me. It was crazy. We're gonna head over there to New Mexico, where what first sounded like a routine emergency call turned into a tragedy that has investigators asking some serious questions. 3 people are now confirmed dead, and more than 20 others, including first responders, were hospitalized after being exposed to what authorities originally called an unknown substance inside of a home in Mountainair, New Mexico. But here's where it takes a turn. Investigators say that those substances found at the scene included fentanyl, methamphetamine, and something called I'm gonna try to say this right, y'all. Para-fluorofentanyl. Say that fast 3 times. Also known as P4 fentanyl, an illicit and highly dangerous fentanyl analog. So EMTs, deputies, and emergency workers reportedly started feeling sick after responding to the scene, experiencing symptoms like dizziness, nausea, vomiting. Some had to be decontaminated, and several were hospitalized. I gotta slow down, y'all. Officials do say that they believe that they don't believe that it was airborne and there's no current public threat, but investigators are still trying to answer the biggest question of all. How were so many people exposed? Was this accidental? Was it something more dangerous happening inside the home? And what does this say about the growing fentanyl crisis hitting communities across America? Because, when the first responders, they're sent to save people's lives and end up becoming victims too, that tells us a story that might be much bigger than the one house in New Mexico. So let me, I'm going to pull up a video report for y'all so we can look at it into detail. I try to get some like updated reports, but for some reason, I don't see too many updates on it. So let's see. Oh, I got a lot of comments. Before we go to that, let me go to the comments. Okay, Naomi, I appreciate you being in here. Hey, Miles. Hey, Miles. Hey, Tracy. Tracy Smooth said you fine. I appreciate that, Tracy. I'm taking it as a compliment. Okay. So let me pull up my internet was acting funny earlier. So y'all just be patient with me. Because I got to reload everything into StreamYard. So we're going to roll with the punches. And if I go out, if my internet goes out, make sure y'all stick around because I'll be right back as soon as it pops back in. We got some storms going on my side of the country. So it's been in and out all evening long. So let's go to this initial one. Hold on one second. Share my screen. There we go. Let me add this. We're going to listen in and see what they have to say. Let's see. Let's play this.
Hazmat situation left 3 people dead. Okay, you said you saw.
Oh, I wanted to play that a little bit later. Hold on, y'all. Wait a minute. He was a cool dude. Hold on one second, y'all. Let me get this out the way. We're gonna come back to him.
We have been working to bring you all the latest details on whatever happened inside this house in Mountainair. I think we just missed it. It's somewhere there. This morning in a situation that escalated very quickly. 3 people are dead, more than 20 others hospitalized.
Well, New Mexico State Police now leading this investigation, and they say an unknown substance is to blame, spread by direct contact. Our Chopper 4 was overhead as fire crews and hazmat teams kept a large perimeter around that house.
Tonight, we are getting more details straight from the Mountainair mayor. Here's Emily Faith.
This house right here behind me is where 4 people were found unresponsive in Mountainair Wednesday morning, and it's considered ground zero for a deadly unknown substance. We know that countless people have been exposed as investigators try to put together the puzzle pieces.
There were 3 or 4 bodies that were unconscious at a home. And so my first initial thought was carbon monoxide and natural gas.
The mayor of Mountainair, Peter Nieto, says he soon learned an unknown substance was to blame. 2 people were pronounced dead on the scene. The other 2 were given Narcan, an overdose reversal drug, and taken to UNM Hospital. One of those died after arriving at the ER.
Within an hour, I was told that multiple EMS workers of ours and of other agencies were going to the hospital due to throwing up, vomiting, headaches, and dizziness.
Then as first responders moved in, 18 of them were transported to the hospital as well, 3 of which are being kept overnight for observation, including
How many y'all? They said
were affected as well. And
they said 18 first responders had to go to the hospital as well. That's crazy. Like what? I mean, let me rewind that back because I muted it instead of pausing it. So let me see.
3 of which are being kept overnight for observation, including Mountainair EMS Chief Josh Lewis. Even nurses at UNMH were affected as well. In all, 25 people have been exposed.
Wow.
But by what? For now, it's still a mystery.
Is it fentanyl? Is it another chemical? Is it a mixture of the two? That's the question that no one has answers to right now.
But one that Albuquerque Fire Rescue's Hazmat Squad hopes to help solve, suiting up to sample, decontaminate, and remove the substance from the house. The mayor is asking his community to be patient as they work to learn more.
It's a very scary situation. All we can do is move forward and hopefully find out what it is and make sure that those that are right now in the hospital come out and make a full recovery.
Now, as soon as we get the test results back from AFR's Hazmat team on what this unknown substance is, we'll be sure to...
So that was before we knew that it was fentanyl and some other methamphetamines and other substances as well. I did have an update. Let me see what I did with my update. Hold on, y'all. Let's see. I did have an update. I guess I don't. We're just gonna oh, okay, here's the police update. And it's kind of lengthy, but I'm going to play just a few minutes of it. I'm not going to play all of it. Just the initial. Let's see. Hold on, let me add it to the stage too. And we're going to listen to just a little bit of it and go from there because this potentially could have been deadly for a lot of people, I believe. So
remains ongoing. I will not discuss specific evidence or potential criminal charges at this time. Preliminary findings indicate this incident is tied to the exposure to a powdered opioid substance. Within the home, an on-scene DEA laboratory analysis has confirmed the presence of fentanyl, methamphetamine, and para-fluorofentanyl, also called P4 fentanyl. It's a more illicit form or version of fentanyl. I want to express our sincere appreciation to all local, county, state, and federal law enforcement, first responders, law enforcement partners who assisted during this incident, including fire and EMS personnel, hazardous materials teams, emergency management officials.
Report of an unconscious.
Let's see what this man right here got to say.
At approximately 7:44 a.m. on Wednesday, May 20th, 2026, Mountainair EMS were turned out for a report of an unconscious but breathing patient, possible overdose. EMS personnel requested backup after the discovery of multiple patients at the scene.
What happened?
At approximately...
Let's see what this gentleman has to say right here.
Good afternoon. We just wanted to offer our condolences and thinking of the families that were involved, the citizens of Mountainair and Torrance County. And I want to take this opportunity to thank all of our mutual aid partners, Albuquerque Fire Department, Bernalillo County Fire Department, Moriarty Fire Department.
So he's thanking everybody.
Prior to our arrival, and we became a part of the Unified Command with New Mexico State Police and Bernalillo County Fire Rescue once on scene. Our hazmat technicians from Station 13 made entry into the scene in Level A suits for the purposes of sampling unidentified substances, monitoring the atmosphere, and removal of one deceased individual from inside the residence. From there, we performed decontamination of both deceased individuals so that OMI could transport the bodies. AFR did sampling, and we found 2 substances in our testing. We found nortriptyline and aminophenol sulfate. Bernalillo County Fire Rescue crews provided medical support for the entry teams, and AFR entry teams made entry into the hot zone at 3:06 p.m., and our operations concluded at 4:12 p.m. AFR has 2 hazmat task forces that respond out of Station 13 in the Midtown area and Station 17 on the west side of Albuquerque. And these teams do respond regionally when available to help request across the state. We're very glad that we're able to help support this incident. Thank you.
You work hospital, but died while at the hospital. At this time, we've had 20 additional patients that have been discharged, and there are 2 patients that remain admitted at the hospital at this time.
So this affected a ton of people, even the first responders. So that's crazy. That is like, I don't know, guys. That's I wonder how how it was laying around in there. I'm lost for words. You know what? One thing that is stand out, like when emergency responders they came in, they can't even walk into a home safely anymore. It really shows, you know, how dangerous this drug crisis has become. The people running towards the danger ended up being in the hospital too. So I don't know, y'all. This was crazy. I had to find an update for that one, for real, for real. Hey, Souls, welcome in, Souls. I appreciate you being here. And my house had a Mexican trap house. Yeah. They